It just feels like a maze. I don't know where I'm going. Just general theme, I don't know where I'm going.
That is perfect. I understand people might not always have capacity to do that, but if you can, it makes a big difference.
How can I help you when you come for an appointment?
I mean, a hospital environment I find really confusing. So I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go.
Yeah.
And I feel that I get lost and I'm completely worried about getting to the wrong place or not knowing where I'm supposed to be. So I think that for me, a hospital environment, by the time I get there, I'm quite heightened.
Yeah.
So there's even less chance of me being able to take in all the information.
You try to look on Google Maps, you try to see if there's like a floor plan on like the website just to see where anything is. But then sometimes it's so hard to navigate. Even that stress beforehand of like, right, I've got to make it on time. So where do I park?
Yeah.
Will there be enough parking? And then where do I actually need to go? What reception do I need to speak to? Where do I sit? And then you sit down and then they're always late and then you're like, well, how long am I waiting for? And then you get really like agitated. And then it's just like the whole process is so stressful.
Yeah.
And I think if they did like have a really detailed plan of where each ward was in the hospital with like pictures and like a way to actually get there for your appointment and like where to park, like the best places, that would be like good. It's a bit like what we do, like visual stories.
Yeah.
Of like how to, what to expect and how to get to a place would make it a lot less stressful before even getting to the appointment.
Yeah.
I was just going to talk about the preparations for yesterday. For the event, we got sent like a whole booklet that was very visual. It had like blueprint of the venue.
Yeah.
It had pictures of everyone, so like we knew who to look out for. It showed us how the tables were going to be arranged. We had a visual timetable of what was happening at each time. Like, that is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I understand people might not always have capacity to do that, but if you can, it makes a big difference.
If you're going like for a procedure, obviously it can be nerve-wracking in itself, let alone having all the other things we just talked about like not knowing where to go and then all the sensory input. And it's like you're even more nervous because you've got all of these extra factors going on.
Any information you can give around that procedure is really useful. Even if obviously the procedure isn't going to be pleasant, whatever the procedure is, a bit knowing about what it is and what's going to happen is likely to reduce that.
Yeah.
And if you can see, obviously you can't always see the room that you're going to be in, but I suppose because of what we just said, like all that sensory stuff is so heightened that if there can be any way that you can just be a bit more familiar and know what to expect, so it's a bit more predictable, then
I agree, because unpredictability is such like a stress factor because you don't know what's going on. But if you had sort of like what to expect beforehand, like if you got given something or like sent something being like, this is what to expect when you come here, it does reduce that stress and anxiety, because for me, knowledge is power and I thrive off knowledge. And it's so useful.